With millions of Americans out of work due to the COVID induced recession, some temporarily, of course, but many in industries that have been devastated by the pandemic and unfortunately will not be coming back, you now have the White House, who, could have been doing something, formulating plans to try to help the American worker, to try to sustain people as we recover from this pandemic. But of course, before we can recover from the pandemic, we actually have to make progress against the pandemic, and we have not. So definitely a long way to go. But instead of doing any of that and actually combating the virus, the White House is basically telling you, people who may have lost their job, to go eat cake. The Associated Press is reporting that a new White House-backed ad campaign aims to encourage people who are unemployed or unhappy in their jobs, and well, there's definitely a lot of those people as well, or careers, to go out and find something new. Yes. Now, this campaign is a product of the White House's American Workforce Policy Advisory Board. That's, of course, something that Donald Trump created back in 2018. It is co-chaired by Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, and Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross. Wilbur Ross has not been seen, understandably so. Ivanka, however, she said this: "There has never been a more critical time for Americans of all ages and backgrounds to be aware of the multiple pathways to career success and gain the vocational training and skills they need to fill the jobs in a changing economy." Does she not know we are currently in the middle of a pandemic? I mean, look, Ivanka's not a smart person, but she can't be that dumb, right? Can she? I mean, either way, this is incredibly tone deaf on her part. You're going to tell people in an economy that has been absolutely devastated by COVID-19, oh, no, don't worry about your jobs that disappeared. Go find another one. Plenty of jobs to go around. Okay, that might have actually worked before COVID-19, when there was, 2 to 4% unemployment. I mean, yeah, the quality of jobs that were created under Donald Trump were garbage, but there were a lot of them. And so you could make an argument, I guess, there were a lot of jobs. Again, the reason I say that they're garbage is because generally they didn't pay very well. A lot of them are created in the service sector. Yes, some manufacturing had come back, but even then, wages in manufacturing sectors that are non-unionized are fairly low. So you couldn't really make a great argument that the economy was fantastic, but you could still make an argument, I guess. But you can't do that now because you've got 40 million people out of work. Again, the official number is 20 million. However, when you look at how many people that have filed for unemployment benefits and have not received them, when you look at the actual real unemployment numbers, it's incredibly dismal, super bad. And so, unfortunately, Ivanka Trump and White House's solution to that is just to tell the millions of people that are out of work, through no fault of their own, of course, as COVID-19 is ripping through their communities, especially if you live in Texas, which is out of like hospital beds, Florida, Arizona. You're going to tell those people, don't worry, go just get another job. Idiots. Now, funny enough, this happens to coincide with the end of the extended federal $600 unemployment benefits that end July 31st. So this is basically, I think the timing of this is not an accident. This is literally the government telling you to fuck off. We don't care. Why don't you just go die? I mean, you're probably going to make us a little bit of profit before that happens, our corporate friends and the donor class. But generally, we don't care about you. If you are displaced by COVID-19, sad day for you. No more checks, no more helping you out, no more extended unemployment. Maybe a one more $1,200 check. But that's about it. You're on your own, guys. Go find something new. Good luck to you, sir or madam. Here's some cake. Suffice to say, having the picture of nepotism and incompetence condescend to us like we're all lazy idiots and not people who are concerned about a virus that has killed 137,000 Americans, but is also, and this doesn't get talked about a lot, has caused people permanent damage. You never really hear about how many people, yes, survived COVID, right? Lived through it, can now see another day, right? They had it, but they ended up getting like actual health conditions from it, lung damage, heart damage, long recovery times. There are people that have been on ventilators that have lost tons of muscle mass and weight. All of that requires recovery. Not only that, but you've got people that have had strokes and as a result have neurological damage. Again, lung and heart damage. Even after, again, the so-called recovery from this virus. And so it's not a binary thing. You either, it's not like you either die or you just get better, right? And you make a full recovery. No, this can leave often lasting damage to people who are even otherwise healthy. And so this is the problem. And so, by the way, those people, as a result of losing their jobs, 5.4 million Americans have also lost their employer-sponsored health insurance. So, look, that happens. They get sick with COVID. They go to the hospital. They get put on a ventilator or whatever, and they're lucky enough to survive. Well, they're on the hook for thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars even. It just depends on the care. And now some of these people also have neurological issues or physical issues that leave them unable to do certain jobs. They might not even be able to go back to their job if they're able to go back at all. And so, but hey, look, like, why not just get the economy back to work, get people back to work, get the kids back to school, and expose more people to this virus? What a terrible idea. I mean, look, I'm sorry, Ivanka. Actually, no, I'm not. But you've got no idea what you're talking about. None. This administration has no idea what they're doing. I mean, look, her job's not dangerous. She's Donald Trump's daughter. You think she lifts a finger? You think she puts herself in any kind of danger? No, of course not. No, she's strictly monitored. And she's protected and she's insulated. Nice little bubble. And yet she gets to come out and tell everyone, hey, go and find some new work, right? Go and find another job where you will likely potentially be exposed to COVID-19. Yeah. And look, even if something does happen to her, even if she does end up getting sick, she's still rich. She can still afford all the medical care that she needs. So, come on. Now, this is, of course, led to her being referred to as Marie Antoinette. And, there's that, again, famous statement about let them eat cake. That's why she's getting ripped apart on social media right now. One person says Ivanka should take her own advice. Go do something else. She might have to after November. I'm being honest about that. Another one says, a commercial telling the unemployed to find something new is so Ivanka. Next up there, if you want to have nice things, why not become millionaires like us campaign? You too can eat cake. It just reminds me of, what is it? It's Paris Hilton wearing that shirt that says, stop being poor. Right. It's that easy, apparently. Well, I mean, if you're, an heir, or if you're, wealthy, born rich, then it's super easy to not be poor. Everyone else seems to have a little bit more of an issue with that. Now, another person says, you're excited about a new ad campaign as the virus rages all over the country. Americans are overwhelmingly fed up with you, your platitudes, your ignorance, and your family. The something new we need isn't another ad campaign. It's new occupants in the White House. And it's not, of course, just that, right? That's not the end all be all. Electoral politics is good. And I think we should definitely get involved in electoral politics, but it should definitely extend beyond that. I think we need a reformation of the media. I think we need better, more responsible media that is not beholden to corporate interests, that is actually beholden to the truth, no matter what, no matter what it is, no matter what side it might fall on, right? And truth is never really consigned to just one side or the other. There's bits of truth in everything. Nonetheless, right? We have nepotism Barbie basically talking about how, oh no, you just get another job. We've got Trump that's saying coronavirus, not a real thing. So you can go and restart the economy. And we've got, Trump Jr. doing whatever the hell that Trump Jr. is doing. And so we don't need those people in office. They're deeply incompetent and actually incredibly dangerous and super corrupt. We don't need any more of these guys. Another person says, find something new. Sounds like you're on your own. Good luck. Yep. There's that. Let's see. Another one says, we know you're running out of options. The people who can go back to their jobs have already done so, likely because they were forced to do so. So you can't give good employment or report even anymore, even if it's fake or full, filled with Sharpies. No Sharpies on the employment report and the jobs reports. But look, that's exactly what it is, right? We got one $1,200 check and some unemployment benefits. And now when COVID is at its worst, spreading like wildfire, the president says, go back to work. And if your job is closed, go find something else because we're not going to help you. We help the corporations, but not you, because at the end of the day, you don't really matter. You're not our donors. I mean, the only time that you would matter is when we're going to milk you for votes. And the Trump contingent, no matter what they do, they're still going to vote for him. But the rest of the country, well, we're not so sure. And another one says, find something new. Seriously? 40 million unemployed Americans can't just play bring your daughter to work day every day. That's a good point. And then finally, let them eat cake went down well. So sure, go for it. We'll see what happens. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.